everybody. So I am doing another weekly reset. It has been a minute since I did one of these videos, but I think you guys really enjoyed them before, and this is the perfect time for me to get a reset in because it's not quite time to plan for the quarter. We're going to do that next week, but I still have a few weeks left of the month of March, and I still have a lot I want to accomplish. Like, I really want to finish my book, and a big part of whether my week is successful is how I reset the week. And it's such an amazing, like, just mentally sort of clearing part of my week. And when I don't get my weekly reset, I suffer for it. And so now even my husband knows like how important it is that I get the reset in that I need. So last weekend, I didn't get a full reset because I was coming in super, super late from my New Orleans trip to the Future Publishing Mastermind, which I do have a vlog coming when I have time to edit that, hopefully soon, because it was an incredible conference and I can't wait to tell you more about it. But I was coming in super late Friday night the week before last, and then Saturday was a major recovery day, and Sunday I was still sort of in recovery mode, and then I had a lot of work that was backed up that I had to start getting done, like launching HB90 course, which is open right now if you'd like to join us, as well as, you know, just getting a ton of other stuff done. And so I didn't get my like weekly reset because I was working on other things that were immediate and urgent to get done. So this week I've been looking forward to this all day. So today we went to church this morning. We went out to eat for lunch, which is kind of our normal traditional Sunday thing to do. And now I have gotten changed. I've made a matcha latte. So one of the things I'll talk about a little bit later, I have gone back to a style of eating that I was on before where I have given up sugar. And so I'm trying to really enjoy other types of drinks and treats and things like that, like a matcha latte, where I can just enjoy something that does not have sugar in it. And so this makes me happy. I got this super cute Books and Coffee cup that is personalized with my name on it from a shop on Etsy. I think it was called Sip and Style. So I will link that down below for anybody who's interested in it. And then I just made a gist list, which is what I love to do on Sundays because it's that get your shit together kind of list of here's all the things that need to get done today to really reset the week and make it an amazing one. So let me show you what's on my list. Okay, so we've got clean the master bedroom, clean up my office, which is this room. Like, when I'm recording videos, you guys know me by now. If you are brand new to this channel, I would love for you to subscribe, but I am not someone who is just always clean and tidy. I pretty much always have stuff on the floor and then I got to get it cleaned up. So that's part of my weekly reset. So I need to clean this office. I want to clean my bedroom. I still have not fully unpacked from Future Publishing, and it's been a week that I've been home. So shout out to all the people who don't unpack right away. So I need to get laundry done. My husband is going to be helping with this. I need to meal plan and then order groceries to pick up tomorrow. I need to plan out the week. It is my kids' spring break this week, so it's going to be interesting to kind of see what I can get done this week, but I'm hoping that we're taking a little bit of a trip. I'll talk about that later, and I'm hoping that's going to be like super fun and relaxing. So I also need to tidy my writing desk and then tidy up the game room and then put away Evie's clothes. That's kind of what's on the list for today. I also would like to get some time in playing with the kids a little bit, but for now, this is the list. I'm going to, at the end of this video, I will have an actual plan with me like I did last time. I recorded one of these videos where I'll share with you my actual HB90 planning for the week. But before we do that, let's get some cleaning done. Okay, so y'all know I'm going to be realistic about what my space looks like. Everything in this room is such a mess. So I'm going to show you the before, and then I'm going to set a timer for 20 minutes. It's currently, I think, 1:15, 1:16. So by 1:35 or so, this room is going to be clean, and I'm going to be really excited about it. So let's go. 5 seconds left, and the only thing I didn't really get done was the unpacking, and that is definitely part of what I want to get done. So I'm going to set another timer for maybe 10 minutes, and that way, do you have laundry going? That way I can get all my laundry ready to go, and Georgia's taking care of that today. So teamwork makes the dream work. I'm gonna get this last bit cleaned, and then I'm gonna move on to my offices. Okay, it is already 3, and I wish it was not 3 yet. But it is such a gorgeous day outside, and our bluebonnets are already starting to bloom. I'm sure you can't really see that from here, but it's early for them to bloom, and it's beautiful, beautiful day. George is already working on the laundry, so I'm just going to mark that off as if it were done. So the next thing before I get down to these others is meal planning and ordering groceries. So let me tell you a little bit about my process for this. I have been slowly coming up with what feels like a streamlined process for meal planning and grocery shopping. A lot of our meal planning is really just setting the intention because I eat the same things over and over and over again. We have the same meal every Monday, the same meal every Tuesday, the same meal every Wednesday, and we just keep it on a 7-day rotation. And that really works for my family. I know that is not what works for everybody, but it's easier for us because if I already have something that I know George knows how to make, then no matter how busy I am or if I'm running behind on getting things ready, he can always take over. And it's on that skylight calendar in our kitchen. So he already knows, we know everything's there. And then the other part of it is I have all of our meals that we have every week in my phone on an app called AnyList. And there's lots of different grocery lists and things like that that you can share with your spouse. So it used to be that you could just tell Google to add something to your list, but they stopped the communication between that app and Google. So now we have to manually do it. It's like first world problems, I know. But AnyList is a place where George can add things to the grocery list. I can add things to the grocery list. I can also just go in and find my Monday recipe, see what we don't have, and add it to the list really quickly, like everything to the list that we need for the week. And then what I can do is I can connect AnyList to HEB, which is where I shop for my groceries, and I can just order from my shopping list. So let me kind of show you what that looks like. So this is my current meal planner. I'm using a happy planner that I sort of created with this pretty sort of, I don't know, it's not really a hard cover, but it's a slightly harder cover. It's not one of their plastic covers. And I have a 6-month extension pack in here that is undated, that I am just putting dates in. And I am getting pretty granular with exactly what I'm eating so that I can set that intention. I know exactly what I need. And then all I have to do is just follow through with this. And this is part of my decision this year to get as healthy as I can for my PCOS. So I'm trying to reduce inflammation in my body. I'm trying to sleep better. I'm trying to reduce brain fog. And so I'm trying to eat in a way that supports my individual body, and everybody's different. So, I won't go over everything that I'm eating, but I do try to make it pretty. I try to make a plan for the week. So then I have this app called AnyList, and right now there's not really a lot of stuff on here, but I can click on recipes, and then I just have them as not in a collection. And I have all of our regular weekly recipes in here. So for example, if I say this slow cooker recipe right here, I can kind of go down. Like I know we already have the chicken in the freezer, but I do need the cream cheese. I need the ranch seasoning, the cheddar cheese. We have the garlic powder, but I need slices of cheddar cheese, and then we don't actually use the hoagie rolls. And what I was able to do is actually find this recipe on the internet and then import it in. So I didn't have to type in all of this stuff. I just said connect it to AnyList. And now that I've clicked those, if I go back to my list, all of those things are now on my list. And then all I have to do is click these 3 buttons and say order, pickup, or delivery, shop at HEB. So now it will take each item on my list and it will just bring it up in the app, and it will actually bring up the ones that I most recently have purchased. So I can just add it to cart and then click next and bring me the next one on the list. Now, if I have a week where I know I need exactly what I needed last week, I can just go into the HEB app and just click reorder. But this week I need some different things than I needed last week. But this makes it so much easier. So what I'll do is I'll set this up for pickup tomorrow morning, and that's my shopping for the week. It really is very fast. Now, this week is going to be a little different because we are going to be out of town for 2 nights, 3 full days, because it's kids' spring break. We're going to go on a little bit of a trip, which I'm excited for. So I am going to sit down and try to plan what I'm going to eat and where we're going to eat when I'm away, so that I can still kind of stay on track with what I'm eating and not go off the rails, but also just to make sure we have the stuff we need, but we don't overspend for the week and waste food. And this has really made a big difference. Our refrigerator doesn't look as full every week, and I used to like to just make it as full as possible, but then I started throwing so much stuff out that this way I know I'm getting exactly what we need for the week. And sometimes we shop twice a week, once on Sunday, and then I'll also pick up stuff on Thursday morning if we need it. But this has really streamlined the process for me and made it really easy. And I know these kind of apps aren't available everywhere, especially if you're in a smaller town, but check and see if it will connect with your pickup order grocery stuff, because it makes life so much easier. Okay, 3:30, so that took 30 minutes almost exactly. Groceries are ordered, and actually there was a spot to pick it up tonight, so I'm gonna have George pick it up tonight so we can prep everything. So that worked out perfectly. Now I think the boys are gonna go out and they're gonna throw around the baseball a little bit, so I'm gonna go outside and play with Evie for the next few minutes, and then I'll come back in and plan my week. Okay, so I finished the meal planning, ordered the groceries, and I need to plan the week. And then I do have a few other things to do. However, we ended up sitting outside for over an hour, and I actually had to like cover this spot on my face with a Band-Aid to be able to sit out in the sun. But I read like 8 chapters of that book. I played with Evie. We watched her scooter. We watched the kids play, or we watched Andrew playing baseball. And being in the sun and outside was so nice and restful that now I just kind of lost a little bit of momentum. So it's all good. George is gonna work on dinner, and I'm going to work on my plan. And then we'll see after that if we have a chance to finish up these other things on the gist list, because Andrew's actually playing baseball this year, and he played last year too, but he is growing like a weed. So we need to get him new cleats, new pants, new belt, all those things. So we're going to head out to Academy Sports later and check on that, and then we'll pick up the groceries, and then by the time we get back, kids will need to be in the bath and bed and all that stuff, and I just want to be able to relax and rest after that. So really the only other big thing that I need to do, I can skip tidying the game room, but I do want to tidy my writing desk, because last night George and I had date night, and it was one of my favorite kind of date nights, which by the way, I didn't tell you guys about the date night we did where we literally were chased by clowns out of a scary amusement park. It was so much fun, and we were like screaming. I almost lost my voice. It was so much fun. That was a few weeks ago, but this week's date night, we went to Panera and a couple other coffee shops. So there's like some local coffee shops, and we just kind of coffee shop hopped until late and got some a lot of really good work done on my story, just kind of talking through it and trying to finish up my edits and everything else. Georgia's kind of my forever beta reader, alpha reader, and we're ready to get this book done. So this week, even though we are going away, I'm going to be writing in the hotel, and I'm hoping I can get really close to finishing this novel. It's like I feel like I've been close so many times, and then I keep rewriting parts, and eventually I have to know it feels good and it's done. So before I start my plan, I'm going to show you my Kanban board, and then we're going to do a plan with me, and then later, if I get a chance, I'll tidy up that room in there, but may not happen. It may be tomorrow, a tomorrow thing. So here is a look at my Kanban boards for Q2 and how they're going so far. So if you are new to my channel, this is basically my visual workflow, or a set of Kanban boards, which represents my entire to-do list for the months of January, February, and March. And I set these up every 90 days. And I have three main goals. So I have a writing goal because I'm an author. I have a YouTube and courses goal for Heart Breathings. And then I have some personal and admin goals. So the teal colors are just personal things that aren't really have to get done by March. And then the yellow ones are admin tasks like meetings and planning and things like that. A traditional Kanban board, you move things from left to right so that you can kind of work with the team and see what's getting done and what still needs to be done. But I kind of have repurposed them, and I like to go from top to bottom. So at the beginning of a quarter, I have taken my goal. So maybe a goal is to finish a novel and sell 5,000 copies of it. I've taken that goal and I've created projects that I think will help me hit that goal. I've compared that to my available time. So I take a look at my time and I say, here's how much time I have. So here's the projects I think I can realistically get done within this quarter. And then I break those projects down into tiny little tasks, like write a newsletter, finish a chapter, those kind of things. And then everything goes on a sticky note here at the top, and it becomes my to-do list. And this really helps me focus in to say, okay, this is my responsibility. And any other little shiny new thing that comes up, I have to make room for it. So if I'm going to do something that wasn't on this list, something else has to come down because this represents my available time. And that has changed the game for me. So not only is it, this whole out of sight, out of mind problem is solved here because it is always in sight in terms of what my to-do list is, but it also solves my overwhelmed, don't have enough time to get stuff done problem, because I already know at the beginning of every quarter that I should have enough time to get most of this done, and I can't add more stuff. And if I want to add more stuff, I have to substitute it out, because adding more on my plate than I have time to do is just a recipe for overwhelm for me and burnout. So this is my HB90 system. And right now, these are the tasks that I still have yet to do. This is what I'm currently working on this week. And I actually just moved this stuff down. And then these are the tasks that are already completed. So for this week, I'm still working on my audiobook, social media. I'm working on my chapter. Now, hopefully I'm going to finish this chapter and multiple of these, but I'm only going to move one at a time. I've got to write a newsletter. I have a coffee chat and a Twitch stream this week. And that's all that I'm doing for this goal. For this goal over here, I'm working on my HB90 launch, my HB90 kickoff call. So if you're interested in this system, it doesn't have to be physical like this. You can do it in a to-do list. You could do it in Notion. You could do it in Trello, but I love to have it up with colorful, pretty sticky notes. And they could be on one single like whiteboard. They could be on a trifold board that you put away if you don't have a lot of space. Some people will do them on closet doors or on windows, but I just created this for my space from art to frames and had these custom frames done. I love them so much. But over in this goal, I have a YouTube video to make. That's what I'm currently making right now. The kickoff call, our final Q&A for Publish and Thrive. All of that is over here for Heart Breathings. And then in my personal goals, this is kind of where I am on my weight loss goal. So I'm definitely not going to make it by the end of the quarter, but that's okay. I'm not in a rush. I'm just trying to get a little healthier. And then I have an Accelerate Mastermind meeting, hopefully setting up a meeting with Renee, who is my full-time operations manager. And then I've got my plan, which I'm about to do right now. So this is my entire to-do list. And now what I'm going to do is transfer those to-dos into my physical planner and break them down into even smaller micro tasks. And this This for me has been incredibly life changing. Like, I can't even express to you how much this system not only got me out of depression, got me into action, and has completely changed my life. So, if you're interested in learning more about it, I will leave a link for you down below because we will start this class and start planning Q2 on Sunday. I cannot wait if you're already in the class or you're an alumni because alumni get to go through it free every single quarter. Let me know in the comments, put a heart emoji, and we are ready to kick off. So, okay, let's get to planning. All right. I love this part. So basically, what I do at the beginning of my planning process is go through last week and figure out how much time I actually spent according to my estimates. So I estimated 103 task blocks. And so I'm going through each of my goals, adding up my task blocks, which is a 30-minute increment of time. And I spent 91 out of 103. So I did pretty well. Then I flip to my weekly review. And as you can see there, I don't always use every single daily plan, every single daily page, and I just don't let it stress me out anymore. So on my weekly pages, my HB90 planner starts with a list of the tasks that I'm planning to do for goals 1, 2, and 3 that I was going through with you in my Kanban board. I also have just taken a sticker kit there that I'm going to use for the week, as well as some washi tape from, I think, Simply Gilded. Then I'm writing out all of the tasks that I need to get done. So disappearance of Vanessa Shaw, my audiobook stuff, my Ream stuff, streaming on Twitch, all of that same stuff that you saw on my Kanban board is going right here in my task section. Except when I'm going through this part of it, since I planned out my Kanban board at the beginning of the quarter, there are always extra things that come up that I either forgot about or that have kind of made their way onto my schedule. And so this is where I really take all of that kind of stuff into account: extra meetings, little giveaways, different things that get put onto my schedule so I can make sure I still have time for them. And that really is a big part of my process is, we plan the best we can with the estimates that we can make, but you can't always predict every single thing that's going to be on your plate throughout the quarter. You're going to forget things, new things will come up, things will get pushed back, new opportunities will come. So here I've taken all of those tasks and estimated how long I think they'll take me this week, just to make sure I'm not putting more on my plate than the time I actually have. And sometimes that means things get pushed back and schedules get changed up, but it at least keeps me within some boundaries of how much I'm putting on my plate. Because in the past, when I used to put just anything I thought I needed to get done on my plate, I always ended up at the end of the week thinking, how did I not get anything done? And I just always felt busy, but never felt like I was moving forward. And it was so frustrating. So now I try to have this container of saying, this is how much time I have. Here's the kind of stuff that I'm going to try to get done this week. And I make sure that those two things match up so that if I have 20 tasks, those 20 tasks are only going to take me the hours I have available, if that makes sense. So now I'm taking it's a little Erin Condren mini kit. I'll see if I can link the shop down below. And what I love about planning in the HB90 planner for classic happy planner size is that these sticker kits that I purchased for Erin Condren planner or happy planner actually fit in my HB90 planner, which I've really been enjoying because I have hordes of stickers, which I had told you guys before that I would love to do a sticker collection and how I've got my stickers currently organized. So that video is coming. Let me know in the comments if you're looking forward to that. So basically, I just go now and take my weekly spread here this week on 2 pages, and I will mark down what I'm reading, how many words I get edited throughout the week. But I also take that task list that I had before and I schedule out when I plan to get those things done. And again, this isn't perfect. And this is why I also have daily pages in my planner, so that I can say, okay, this is when I intend to get it done. This weekly plan is an intention, but the daily plans I fill out every single day as I get to them. So I can say, oh, this thing didn't get done yesterday, but I can move it to today now. And it allows me to have a plan and a clear intention and clarity for what I'm going to get done. But it also allows me to stay flexible because in the past, when I used to only plan on a weekly planner, I would put out my intention, this is my plan, and then if I got mixed up or something didn't happen on Monday, where do I put it? Everything's already full. So I just love having both a weekly plan and a daily plan. And you'll notice a lot of my planning is a little bit redundant, that I'll write out things multiple times, but I that works really well for my brain because it just solidifies it and grounds it in reality of like, okay, these are the things I'm getting done, and it lets my brain know these are my priorities. So this is basically what my weekly plan looks like for this week. It's still a lot considering we're going out of town, but it's all going to be good. So I do like to take those pages out while I'm planning. I do take a highlighter and highlight the number of task blocks I intend to use. And then I'm just going to go through and also plan out Monday here. So I said, make today count because I know we're going to be out of town for a few days. So I need to get as much done on Monday as possible. I'm actually recording this voiceover after that and did not get all of this stuff done, but I did get some of it done. But I like to write out what I intend to do. And then that little number in the box is how many task blocks I intend to spend on each thing. So it's kind of my time estimate. So here we have the entire weekly plan as well as the weekly dashboard, and I am ready to go for the week. Okay, week 11 is planned, so get to move that sticky note down and we're off to the races. So that planning took about 45 minutes. And obviously I don't have to spend quite that much time planning on a Sunday, but I enjoy it. If I have a busy week and I don't really have time to make it pretty or to put all the little things on there, I just write my to-do list and move with it. So it can be each week a little bit different in terms of every night before I go to bed or early in the morning when I first get up. It takes me about 5 minutes to plan what's going to happen for the day. It takes me a couple of minutes to just track my time throughout the day. So really it is a system that doesn't really take a lot of time, but it takes a lot of decisions at the beginning of the quarter. So I love it, getting all those decisions out of the way and feeling like I have control. One of my bigger challenges though is that when I'm done planning, I kind of forget that I just spent all this time cleaning my room and I really need to clean up what I just took out. So I have taken just a minute post planning to clear the desk again. Got to put this back in my drawer, and as long as everything goes back where it belongs, everything could stay clean. But I'm notoriously, just when I get busy, I don't put stuff back where it belongs. So I'm trying to get better at that this year. This is one of my goals. And I think I can probably set just a 10-minute timer and get that desk cleaned in my other room so it's ready for me tomorrow morning. So let's do that before I go and spend the rest of the night with the kids. This is my current board where I'm tracking my edits, which actually is way behind because I'm already into this next part. I'm also tracking audiobooks and other things in here that are projects specifically related to this. I was joking that eventually my entire house is just going to be one like visual workflow. I have been working on completely redoing this office and putting in some bookshelves, but this has definitely been a slow work in progress because I just don't have a lot of extra time to be working on this, and George has to be able to help me. So we're not there yet. We did get them put together, but we have to actually put them like closer together, and then we have to mount them on the wall. And then down here, these pieces are extensions, so they're going to go even higher, closer to the ceiling here. But eventually this will be a new space here, and then I need to get a rug, and I've got a lot of just kind of stuff that's waiting to go back on the bookshelves. And then I do have this new desk in here. So I used to have a black desk that now has gone upstairs and is Evie's room. And I have been slowly recording this office transformation, so I'll share it when it's done. But basically I just have a big mess on my desk right now. And oh, there goes Puppy. So really what I want to do is just kind of clean everything up. I do currently have my consoles on here, which those are going to be moving to a bookshelf that is going to go over there. But mainly I want to be able to sit down in the morning and have all of this cleaned up and have this desk feel really good so that my writing time can be as efficient as possible, and I won't try to distract myself by thinking I need to clean my desk. So we're going to clean it right now. So that's our weekly reset. I love doing these days. I don't get to have them every single week, but already the house feels so good. And I know that I'm going to feel amazing waking up tomorrow morning, knowing that my desk is clean, my bathroom's clean, my offices are clean, all my clothes are put away. Like everything just feels really good. And I encourage you that if you have constantly these feelings of overwhelm and like it's just too much, take a look at your space and see if there's anything you can do to make your space feel less overwhelming, because I find that to be so incredibly important. Sit down and make a plan that is realistic, where you really estimate how long things are going to take as best you can. I know estimations are not always easy, but put less on your plate and see if that takes some of the anxiety away. I am so excited to have made another video like this. Let me know in the comments for sure if you like them. And if you did and you are not subscribed, I would love to have you subscribe and become part of our Hearties community. Like this video, leave a comment down below if you want to see more videos like this throughout the year. And also, if you have not joined our HB90 Bootcamp yet, it is coming up this Sunday. Kickoff call is at 3 p.m. Eastern. So if you want to join in, you got to join before noon Eastern time on Sunday, March 17th. If that date is already passed, then make sure you're on my newsletter list so that you can get notified when the next class is running. I super love you guys. I'm grateful for every single one of you. Thank you for being part of this community, and I will see you next time. Bye.